Good evening, Mr. Andrew Nelson. I hope that the Mr. pronoun is not offensive in this culture and to you personally, or to anybody who may be watching this. But I just wanted to make this video to just say, thank you for just having this conversation to the comment that I had posted. But when I read your comment about just the view of your own personal view of the prosecution here, like I get it, bro. Like I was sitting here like on the edge of my seat, like listening to the prosecution's argument, just like how can you think that, like, and it like took me back to when I was going through the system, and like I'm here listening to the prosecution. It's Charles Payne versus the state of Colorado, and anybody who's been in that position just knows like what this feels like when you hear like these people who don't even know you, who are just basing you off of what other people who got themselves in the system, the same ingredients that got them into the same, and then just treat them like those people. Like that's how I felt. Like I was just like, I'm not a criminal. All right, I fucked up. I admit it, and I'm here. And if I have to go to jail to do my time, then I'll do that. But like, don't talk about me like I'm a criminal, okay? Like I acted selfishly, okay? Whatever you want to say, but it's like don't treat me like a criminal. And so like when I hear that, I'm just like, Kyle is not a criminal. Kyle is like not a hero. Like he didn't do this to be a hero. He is a hero. He was a vigilante, and here, this kid like gives me hope for the future. But like, yeah, I mean, you kids who are just like this passionate about just like protecting your community, like that's a good thing. His heart was in the right place. um Unfortunately, due to the fear that's just cooked from all the ingredients that we've put into this pot about gun control, about self-defense, about Black Lives Matter. Clearly, this is a case of all lives matter. And it seems to have started again by this Black Lives Matter issue. And if I just may just candidly just say my thoughts, and it's just, again, somebody who has been in this situation where I see these African American men, or with men specifically, just like resisting the police when they're physically like trying to restrain them, and then ending up in a situation like George Floyd or Jacob the Harris or Blake, whatever, led to this. Like whenever I watch the video and it just ends up starting with this African American man resisting the authorities, like it's just right there. Like it's hard for me to just like, I don't know, like stand and just be like, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Like I get it. It's specifically this demographic of men that seem to be targeted the most. But I'm telling you, from this perspective, like that's the reason. Like my advice, if they are like physically trying to restrain you and you don't want to die or end up in a wheelchair or end up the face of some movement that may destroy this country, then just give up, man. Just take a knee and then just think about your plan in a nice cell where like there's just a better way to do it. So if you were in a position where the police are physically holding you down, just give up. And if you don't, then whatever happens happens, and that's for us, we the people, to decide to look at. But please don't keep putting us in the situation where we have to make this judgment. Like that's my only request from you guys. Like just try to do that. That's the best advice. Just don't freak out. Like just try to talk your way out of it, I know you guys got like a good, you guys got the gift of gab. Use that as your weapon to get yourself out of this situation. Don't use whatever you're using that keeps you resisting the authorities, okay? So just that's my advice. You know, black and yellow, that's the yellow advice for but when I say black, it's just not the color. So if I hear Black Lives Matter, then that means just okay. Black versus blue. What is black? Black is just the civilians that are just like struggling or got themselves in a situation. That's what black means to me. Blue is clearly cops, but then if we go black and white, what does black and white mean? Again, black is just people like who are just, like we all have a light in us, and like we all go through hard times, and we all have white in us. And when I hear about white privilege isn't a skin color requisite. It's I know the light in me and I know I shine. That's the privilege you get from being white. Like people just know. Like this is a good person. Like that's white privilege. It's not skin color. So if you're letting the color of your skin hold you back from believing that you can attain white privilege, then you gotta break that cycle of thinking. And I can help you. If you reach out to me, I will help you. But, like, I go out and I just try to put myself out there. So I hope that this video is just a way to reach as many of you who just kind of want to talk. I put Chaplin, Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, I do comedy as well. So, but if you look at my about me, I looked up what is it that a chaplain does. I'm not a military chaplain. I'm not a official ordained chaplain. I just read the duties of a chaplain and the like the skills that require one to be a good chaplain. And in my heart of hearts, I 100% believe that I am fit for this job. And so if you can help me just kind of build a clientele list, or just like, I don't know, or just help me just, like talk to somebody. Because, again, somebody who's been through drug addictions and stuff like that, like I realize that the strongest drug that exists for a human being is another human being. And so if any of this just resonates with you, and I hope it does, just know that I'm here for you. I'm new to this YouTube channel thing, so work with me, help me if you guys can. Like let's build this relationship. Let's redo this. Like I know we can. I know we can. Like I know we can.